All right, we are here. We are
Here we are again.
here. We are again. Episode 4.
This is a good one.
This is a good one. This is a good one. This is. We are going to be looking at the movie Twisters with an S. Twisters. Yeah, not a Z. Not a Z like in the 80s.
Right.
No.
Not to be confused with
Twister.
Twister,
Yeah,
the original.
game. No.
Oh.
The movie. Yeah.
There yeah.
That's a totally different thing. Twisters. This is the 2024 movie.
Yeah.
Right. Filmed in Oklahoma, and it's about Oklahoma twisters.
It's about tornadoes.
Right. Yeah. This is okay. So this is an interesting film. I think I came into it with certain ideas because I watched Twister forever ago. Loved it.
Yeah.
And
Traumatized me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Never made it through a storm the same again.
yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of time people in the South, they go out and they just watch. They just like, let me see.
Yeah.
So this film, I'll get a base summary. You can kind of see what the film, hopefully, if you've seen the film, you kind of could piece this together. But Twisters is the 2024 high-octane visual spectacle. And it was very visual. But it's a standalone movie. It's a standalone sequel to the 1996 classic Twister. I believe it's 96. It's following a different cast of characters, and they're caught in the path of increasingly dangerous tornadoes that are happening once-in-a-lifetime type storms in Oklahoma. The story centers around Kate Cooper, played by Daisy Edgar Jones, and she's a former storm chaser who left the field after failed experiments in college. It led to the deaths of several, 3 or 4 of her classmates, including
Her boyfriend.
I guess boyfriend, fiance, maybe?
Love of her life.
Love of her life. Just got
soulmate.
Sucked right out of her arms and
Yep.
he's dead. But now she's working a desk job in New York at the National Weather Service. Kate is then pulled back into the chaos when her old college, the only surviving member,
only other survivor,
and his name is Javi, and that's he played by Anthony Ramos, and he invites her back to Oklahoma to test a new tornado tracking system that he'd been working on, and she kind of agrees, and we're going to discuss that part because it was
reluctantly,
okay, very reluctantly. And then she encounters Tyler Owens, played by Glenn Powell. He's a cocky, thrill-seeking YouTuber, and he's called the Tornado Wrangler.
Yeah,
he's the wrangler of tornadoes.
Wrangles those
tornadoes. And he's flashy, and he's all about the YouTube, and it's definitely less scientific because he shoots fireworks into tornadoes. Because people asked him
for likes.
For likes. Which seems like some things that people would do for likes.
It does.
I'm like,
I bought that.
Oh, yeah, sure. Now, with raising stakes, though, as it kind of goes, the story goes on, Kate revisits her traumatic past and ultimately leads this bold plan to weaken storms using the cutting-edge weather tech from her college days.
Yes.
And that's kind of the base idea of the movie. So, what do we like here? What do we like?
Well,
it's
what did we like?
Well, it kind of feels like a broken record in a lot of these because I'm like, well, the actors were okay. I think they were pretty good.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her, Daisy, in anything else.
I know.
Maybe she's been in something that I've seen, but I just couldn't place her.
Yeah.
So good for her.
Yeah. Well, and
Glenn
Powell we know from a lot of different things. He's kind of the it guy right now. He's like the new Brad Pitt kind of guy.
He is. Yeah.
And he's killing it. He does a good job. Believe him. I believed everybody. I mean, there were some times that I thought Kate was, not fully there. But we'll talk about that. But
she was. Yeah, I think she was supposed to be emotionally guarded.
Yeah.
And she internalized a lot.
Yeah, she did.
And I think, we're going to talk a little bit about some fixes we have for her motivation, her character's motivation that I think would have changed that whole character.
Right.
Just in general.
And the other thing I think we really liked is the visuals were spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
I know we saw Independence Day and we saw buildings blow up and we were like, whoa. But the technology has gotten better, and you're looking at that and you're going, that looks like a building's being ripped apart by an F5 tornado. That looks amazing. I do remember, like, in the first Twister, I think there was like a cow scene, and I went, okay,
maybe.
And this one, though, I was like, wow. I mean, everything looked very realistic, and it was tragically beautiful. It really was.
Yeah, I would say the special effects were pretty amazing.
Pretty good overall.
Just visually, it was a powerful movie.
Yeah. So again, a lot of times we sound, I like the actors and I like the visuals, because there's big budgets to these things and they can make them look spectacular.
Yeah.
What mostly we come down to is the story.
Really, that's what needs to be fixed
And a lot of times
in a lot of these.
Yeah. Because the graphic artists, they do their job. Yeah. They do.
They've got it.
But sometimes they have tough things to build on, and it's like, okay, I think we could have done a couple things a little bit differently. So let's just start at Act 1 and start breaking it down. Yeah?
Okay.
All right. At the very beginning of the movie, we see these carefree kids in college, and they're wacky, and they're kind of hungover, and they're like, right, and everything's wacky and fun.
They're like, can't I sleep a little bit longer?
No, you get up, that kind of thing. And
at that moment, we were all like,
okay.
And they're all going to die.
Well, yeah, because straight up, like when somebody goes, all right, you be careful. I'm like, I literally was like, oh, they're all going to die.
Kate gets a call from her mom.
Yeah.
And she's like, we're going to be careful, Mom. And we were like, and they're dead.
And they will die now.
100%.
100% die. And I thought she was going to die. I did.
Yeah, I thought Kate was...
She was done for. But like we
didn't know at that point she was
I didn't know she was the main character. No, I had no idea. So yeah, you can't do those kind of things to clue us in. You just can't do that. You need to like tell the story and then like, oh, this tragic thing happened. So the fix is actually kind of simple. Look, you show these guys as young, but they're passionate, right? They're youthful, but they're serious and excited.
Yeah.
Right? They're full of life, but they're focused.
Right. They're taking this seriously.
They're taking it seriously. That way, when they die, it's actually like, whoa, we take this. They took it seriously, and they still died. They're not like these wacky kids out here doing something stupid, and they got what they deserved.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, I do.
It's like you don't. When somebody does something stupid,
it's kind of
you're
more
like,
of a
well,
sobering.
Darwin got you.
Yeah, it's a sobering moment when like they took all the precautions, they were focused,
yeah,
they were serious about their job, and they still were no match for this tornado.
For the storm, right? Exactly. So that's kind of the thing. I think they need to show them a little bit more seriously approaching this instead of like, okay, let's do this, you guys.
Because we take
Alpha Beta Phi. Woo!
Yeah,
I mean, whatever.
We take it to heart a little bit more.
Yeah. And we know the thing is, obviously, because like when they did die, I kind of was like, I didn't really know them. I don't really care that much. And I know that's terrible. But the thing is, and it doesn't take a lot of time in a film to like somebody and care about when they pass. I mean, the first 5 minutes of Up, I'm like, I'm done. Holy cow.
Yeah.
But right?
You're already fully invested in that relationship.
Yes.
I'm that's just yeah.
And they didn't even have dialogue.
That's just the very beginning of that film.
Yeah. So I know it can be done. You've got to show these people connected a lot more than what they were doing. Next, Kate. Because this was a standalone, there was no connection to the first film. And I'm like, why? Kate needed to have a connection to someone in Twister world. Okay?
I feel like that's true.
Yeah?
I think she needed to be the niece, the daughter of
somebody, right.
Somehow connected to the researchers from the first movie.
Because how did she get Dorothy 2 or whatever?
Yeah, Dorothy 2 made a little bit of a cameo in this.
And how did she get that? How did she get that if there was no connection? I found this in a garage sale. And I thought,
yeah.
I'll pick that up. We'll see what that is. Turns out it's the basis for my work. Oh, come on. It doesn't. That's not cool. That's not. I didn't get it. And the thing is, it felt like they were dancing around it the whole time.
It did. We kept expecting her to have a connection and for it to be revealed. And this is why, because she's not taken seriously.
Right.
Like throughout the movie, she kind of has to earn the respect, of these other storm chasers.
Right.
And so we kept waiting for them, the people who didn't respect her, to kind of find out who she really was.
Yeah, and you go, you're Kate?
You're Kate Harding? Or whatever,
Yeah.
But no, that never happened.
Yeah, never happened.
There was no connection at all. Zero
exactly. So
connection
the fix,
with the first
she's got to be the daughter or niece or somebody of somebody, the trackers in the first film. It's going to carry the weight of her, and here's the deal. Then she would carry the weight of her family legacy to finish their work.
Yeah.
Right? If she's always, then if she's chasing like the demons of her past to complete the work, then she's also dealing with the loss of her friends. Then it makes it more interesting, and then it's not a standalone movie, right? There's even sometimes a point in the movie where somebody even says, "Hey, what's your name again?" She's like, "It doesn't matter. Just call me Kate."
Kate's fine.
What? I thought for sure somebody's gonna go, "It's blah blah blah. I know who you are," and everybody goes, "Boo!" Right?
I mean, you're the daughter of so and so,
right?
But no, it never happened.
It never happened, and that was kind of like lame to me. So, all right. So Kate then is obviously sad because of the loss of her friends, and she runs away to New York, right? But then she gets pulled back in, right?
Javi comes and he's like, "I need you, Kate.
I need you. You've got to come back right now." And
she says no.
She's like, I'm out. But this tornado life, they keep, they pull me back in. I want out, but they pull me back in.
He guilt trips her basically. Like he like sends her articles about tornadoes and how many people died.
And these are our neighbors.
And then he's like, "We could prevent this, Kate." And so he basically guilt trips her into coming back.
Completely guilt trips her.
And she's not happy about it. Like, she doesn't want to be there. And I think that we felt pretty quickly like this was a very weak motivation.
Very.
For her to come back to the storm chasing world. Because literally through the whole movie, she's fighting this. Like, she's fighting this calling.
Right.
And the only reason she's there is because he made her feel bad.
Right. And you can't guilt trip a full character's motivation to carry the rest of the film. It just does not work. And I didn't think it did work. So here's the fix, okay? And I think this is a big one. She never wanted to stop searching for a way to disperse the tornadoes. Never. She never wanted to stop. It was always on her mind. She went to, when she, quote, ran away, she didn't run away. She went to New York at the weather center to get more data to like finalize how to like do it correctly, to figure out models better.
Right, to figure out what went wrong the first time.
What went wrong. And then she goes back to Oklahoma and finds Javi, and he's still doing the work. And she convinces him, look, you've got to take me, like he's just trying to do the modeling, the 3D modeling of tornadoes. And she's like, look, but I can disperse them, right?
Yeah, I can actually make them dissipate.
Right. So no one ever has to feel this weight of the loss that we feel ever again.
So the loss of her friends, instead of it causing her to like run and hide, it actually motivates her. It motivates her to find the solution, and she becomes unstoppable.
Right.
At that point.
She's got to find the cure for that.
Yeah,
right.
Her motivation totally and completely changes from reluctantly being dragged along to I'm going to do this whatever it takes so that we don't ever have to, I don't ever have to feel this loss again.
And yeah, no one does. No one ever has to do this again. Right. So we move into the Act 2 part of the story, and we meet these teams, these ragtag rascals.
Apparently, yeah, storm chasers are like rock stars.
Yeah.
Right?
And yeah, some of them are.
Gypsy rock stars.
They're either the rock stars or they're the nerds. Right? And so, yeah, Javi's got this group of people that are all business, right? And so here's the deal. All of these secondary characters, all of Javi's team
so many on his team.
Like 30 of them. And then even on Tyler's team, there's a bunch of them. But the thing is, there were so many of them that none of their stories got really fleshed out. And then it's kind of like, again, we're oh, great, a bunch of characters we don't really care about.
Yeah, they didn't push the story. They didn't really matter to the story.
No.
They were just in the cars.
Yeah, I mean,
like
aside
going, going to the tornadoes.
I mean, aside from the leads, most of the characters were just generic, and just were like, okay, we need somebody to be the drone person. All right, I'm the drone person. It just, they weren't interesting at all. For a fix, I think you need to expand and reduce. And here's what I mean by that: take some of these characters out. So you're reducing them and expand the ones you have left.
Yeah.
Make those characters mean something. I would rather see 2 people I love than 10 people I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Give me 2 or 3 on the team that I'm like, oh my gosh, I
then
totally
we care about
this.
The whole team.
We care about the whole team.
Not just the leader of the team.
Yeah, exactly. If you do that, I think it's more interesting. So this is just a simple, be more in tune to like making the characters interesting. That's all.
Yeah.
So they start this journey of like tracking storms, and as they do, you're supposed to feel a chemistry between Tyler and Kate, and yeah,
right.
We kind of don't.
Well,
I don't.
We don't understand Tyler at all. I feel like at first we don't understand. He's in it for the likes.
Yeah.
Which I think that's intentional, right? We're supposed to kind of see him the way Kate sees him, right?
Yeah.
Just like this
brash,
right? like cocky guy,
yeah, cowboy out there being crazy,
who just wants more likes for his YouTube channel,
right? But then the central romance between them it lacked genuine emotion. It was shallow to me. I was like, meh. Yeah. So for a fix for this, I think they hinted at it, but they didn't. Don't think they really fully went all in with it. Kate needs to fall for Tyler when she learns his real intention of chasing storms. It's not just for the likes, right?
Right. When she realizes that he actually cares about the damage that these storms does,
yeah, and the
he
people
wants to find a fix.
Yeah,
for
and
it.
the people that are in need.
Yeah,
and they show that, but it's still like. It needs to. You got to go further. You can't just be like, "Oh, we give them food."
Yeah.
You've got to go further.
Yeah,
okay?
they kind of showed them passing out food and Tyler looking for a dog at one point, and
right.
that was
was a little bit of an issue.
That was supposed to change her mind
right.
about him, but really, she never really gets to know him.
Right.
And there's supposed to be this deep connection between them.
Right. Again, like if she had actually was somebody from the world of Twister, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I admired your father, made me want to get in storm chasing, and I can't believe." And then he feels this connection and this draw to her. I mean, again, she needed to be connected to this and have a tie to this. Because he kept going. Didn't you feel that too? Also, and I know I'm going back a point, but like he kept calling her New York. And like going, oh, whatever, New York. And like, oh, you're from here? Oh, yeah, I'm from Sepulpa.
Yeah, when he finds out she's
she's
from Sepulpa, it didn't really change anything.
It didn't change anything at all. I'm like, no, I'm from here, and actually, I'm this person. What? Like that needs to be a thing, right? Mm-hmm. But anyway, I know I went back a point, but
that's okay.
I think it kind of goes to the fix between them actually kind of falling for each other, right? Now I know, and again, I know she's torn because like her college love died, but she needs to learn how to let go of those demons and move forward in life, right? And I think he's the guy to do that, right?
Right.
So, all right, well, we're already at Act 3. Well, that was quick. The plot then follows these storm-chasing teams. Now, here's the deal, though. I never get the why. Yeah. I don't understand.
What is...
Yes, I don't understand why they're chasing them. We don't understand. There was so much of the film that I was just like, wait, who are we supposed to be following? Whose journey here are we trying to figure out? Because I don't know. I honestly do not know who We are trying.
Kind of no direction.
No.
Are we following Kate?
Yeah.
Are we following Javi? Are we following
Whose
Tyler?
story are we telling?
And why does their story matter? I think that's the most important thing is like, I think we kind of knew we were supposed to be following Kate just because she was in the first scene. And
she
survived,
like,
she's the one that, that's carrying on. But why did her story matter?
Yeah, exactly.
Why did it matter to us? They didn't really give us anything to latch on to.
Not really. And now we're told who the bad guys are, right? Corporate backers are revealed that Javi's Storm Group is, this cliched,
funded by
mustache twirling muhaha group.
Yeah.
And again, they use this tired old capitalism bad, corporations bad, ooh, boo money. It's so tired. They do that in every... Look, guys, I'll take that a corporation is bad, money bad, if you give me someone else to cheer for, right? Not just somebody to boo against. You know what I mean? So that kind of was like, to me, I needed more than that.
Yeah, and he really wasn't a bad guy. He was just, I don't know. He wasn't really a bad guy. No. He was just paying people for their properties.
Their property.
Because apparently... Okay. Apparently they were uninsured.
They were uninsured, which, so many people are...
So many people don't have insurance on their house. What?
Except for everybody. Okay.
I mean, I get, if you've paid for your house in full and you decide you don't want to have insurance, but that's a very... random and few people, but they were just acting like this guy was taking advantage of everybody who had lost something in the...
Yeah.
All he was doing was offering to pay them...
For their land, right. And he's going to develop it, and they're like, I want to get out of Tornado Alley. Okay. It's not like in some of those stories where, the guy was causing the issue, right? And, in the towns... causing starvation and causing the crops to burn, and then come in and go, I'll offer you some money. He's just chasing the tornadoes. He's an ambulance chaser.
Kind of. I mean, he's just taking advantage of, he's seeing an opportunity basically, and then he's, finding a way to make money from that opportunity.
Right.
So he wasn't. I don't know. They didn't set him up as this bad guy. But what's interesting to me is that Javi's group was funded by this person to get 3D models.
Right, and we'll get that. Okay, so look, on the fix of that, that's exactly the thing. And this is the fix right now, right? We have to answer the why. Why are we watching this film, right? Whose journey do we want to see? Why are we... And it never got answered. And Javi's group was doing the 3D models, right?
Yes.
Of the storms.
Of the tornadoes.
Of the tornadoes. To steal land from people who just lost their homes. And the question is...
How does a 3D model of a tornado help?
Help
this guy, this evil guy, apparently evil. How does it help him...
Take land.
Purchase their land? Because here's the thing. After every storm... Part of Javi's team would go and interview these people and find out who didn't have insurance. Yeah. So it never explained why they needed a 3D model of the tornado, or how that tech possibly could help
them.
this real estate guy.
So and maybe, and I'm gonna toss a lifeline to the movie and say maybe it didn't help them in any way. It helped Javi's original idea of 3D modeling a tornado, and this guy was just funding it, but it kind of felt like, that's not the case. It felt like the 3D modeling is what's helping us track storms in the future to see where we can go take advantage of these people who's lost everything. That's how it felt. Maybe.
I mean, because why would this guy need to fund an entire group? He could just hire people to go out and interview.
It's not like we don't know there was a tornado. It just tore through the town.
He could just hire people to go out and be like, hey, I see that you lost your entire motel. were you insured? Are you looking to sell this now that,
exactly.
now that you can't make money from it? But no, he funds
the team,
a storm chasing team to do that work. It just didn't make sense.
It did make sense. And then Tyler's group doesn't make sense because it's like, oh, we're just doing this for the likes. It's ridiculous. So here's what we do. All right, from the beginning. All right, so here's our fix.
Yeah.
From the beginning, we set up the idea that tornadoes can be dispersed, okay? Because the initial disaster, this data from Kate, it gets out there, and the theories get out there in the storm chasing community. And over the next 5 years, people are trying to figure it out. So when we jump ahead 5 years, we find out that, look, the first to prove that storms can be destroyed and dispersed are going to be
dissipated.
Yeah, dissipated. They're going to be famous, and the data is going to be worth millions. So it's a race.
Right.
It's a race to get to the end. All right. And the only thing we don't understand then is the motivation of the different groups. We think then maybe Javi's team is this good team who's going to do it, and they've been funded by this guy.
Right. They're out there trying to save lives.
Right.
And dissipate tornadoes before they hit towns.
But then we find out, he's just doing it for profit, and
he just wants the money.
Right. The brash loud jerks are just doing this for likes, but no, they're actually doing this for the good of the people. And then that's when Kate is like, oh, I'm falling in love with this guy. Oh, maybe I'm on the wrong team, right?
Right. The money that they're making from the YouTube show is actually funding their research.
Yes.
Because they want to actually legitimately help people rather than just become millionaires off of this new, technology.
And so, at the end then, maybe, whenever Kate then jumps teams to the YouTubers.
The YouTubers?
Yes. Maybe they do prove, of course, they do dissipate the tornadoes. They do figure out the tech with it. And they're all and they do save the theater of people. And instead of, getting fame and fortune, they go, hey, and we're going to release this data to the world. Boop. And they hit the send button, and it goes out, and everybody gets the data. Right. So now they can all work on it, and they can all do it. Instead of trying to profit off of it, they send it out to the world. And then...
to save lives.
To save lives. It's because not about,
Which is what Kate's motive has been all along, is to save lives.
Right. So one of the interesting kind of side points here is after a bunch of the storms, all of these characters kept saying, all right, the storm is...
it hit this town.
It's about to hit this town. We need to go help.
Before, like the tornado's on its way. We need to go help. They made it a big point to show us that these characters, had good hearts really wanted to go help
people. The first one, the storm had already passed, and they go, we're going to go help. And what do we see? We see Tyler picking up a dog.
Looking
for a dog.
He's looking for a dog.
And that's how he helped. And then the second one, they're like, the thing is, they're abandoning the research of what they were doing to go help the town. Literally, in the last one, there was a town right in the path of the tornado, and they're like, we got to go tell them. You think they don't know?
They said it was crazy. They're like, we've got to go help them. They get to this town and they jump out of their trucks and they're like, everybody, get out of here. Get out of here. The people are literally already running. The sirens are already going off.
Yeah. It's like we know.
What's funny is we live where there are a lot of tornadoes.
Yeah.
And that just cracks me up. Like, people are just out having softball games and, cookouts and this little parades. And there's literally severe weather. You and I understand that when there is severe weather, everything gets canceled.
Yeah.
The day before.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's severe weather coming, they cancel everything. They're like,
due
to inclement weather,
we
are canceling this event. But in this movie, Everybody is just like,
there's no storm predictions.
There's severe weather coming. Let's all go outside.
Yeah, there's no Travis Meyer in this movie at all. There's no, but he's not there.
There's nobody telling them, stay inside tonight, people.
Nope.
It might get a little dicey out there. So they need
They need the squad to go get cover. And they're like, oh.
They need the storm chasers to come and scream at them.
Yeah.
To go find shelter.
And it's hilarious, too, because in the second storm that they do that in, they end up getting trapped under, like...
They make a mess of it.
They make a mess, like something falls on them. They're like, oh, we got trapped. Yeah, you should have never gone there. You wouldn't have been in trouble in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's very silly.
It was a silly point.
It was yeah. So for the fix, let's make sure we get to the fix. It's simple. They need to focus on what they do, the data. They need to focus on doing their job so the storms do get dissipated. Finding a dog, look, is not the answer, okay?
Right.
It's finding an answer, okay?
Right.
Is the answer, not a dog. Find the answer. The people will then get what they need by not having tornadoes hit their town anymore. And that's how you can help. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can still have, sort of the tense moments of being caught in the storm. Maybe they're in the town when the storm hits.
Yeah.
Or,
But like, we need to stop doing what we're doing to go help.
Yeah. That was
so
kind of ridiculous.
Silly. All right. The news story, right? There's a guy that...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Remember this guy? There's a guy, and I guess he's from England. And he's like...
some British guy.
Yeah, he's like, I don't understand tornadoes. I'm like, do you not understand tornadoes?
What is a tornado?
What is that? It's spinning, right? Yes, okay, it's tornado. And I know why they have him in, right? Because in the first Twister movie...
So, first of all, we have to say he's riding along with Tyler's group.
The YouTubers, right. So I think they did this because in the first movie, you made a point that there was a fiance of...
Bill Paxton's character.
And she's like, oh, I don't...
She's all prim and proud. She doesn't like to get dirty.
Yeah. And so she's kind of like that person who just doesn't understand this whole,
storm chasing world.
Right. And I think they needed somebody to be in that, like, that's what a normal person would feel, because the whole time he was like, oh, I'm throwing up. Oh, this is wacky. Oh, I can't buckle my seatbelt. Oh, goodness. Right. That kind of thing. And we're supposed to be like, I guess. But he was writing a story, right? And he's writing a story the whole time. And Tyler's character even goes, the story that you're writing about us, it really should be about her. And
talking about Kate.
Right. And really, of course, had she been legacy Twister girl, it would have been much more...
That would have made more sense.
More sense. And at the end of the film, I'm kind of thinking, well, what happened to that story? And do you know what happened to that story?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. We have no idea what happened to the story. I mean, they don't like even show like them picking up a paper and go, hey, look, we made the news. And it says, a ragtag group of misfits and ne'er-do-wells.
Ne'er-do-well.
Yes, I don't know. Yeah. They solve the mystery of the tornado or something. Nothing like that. It's just he's gone. We don't
know why he was part of this team.
Right.
We don't know that he added nothing to this team. Maybe a little comic relief.
But that was it.
He didn't develop any kind of meaningful relationships with anyone on the team.
Not really.
And then at the end, he's just gone. And when Tyler's like, your story should be her, it doesn't make sense at that point. Now, if the story had the plot that we suggest, where she was motivated and she was determined to create the technology that would dissipate a tornado, then
she's not there out of guilt.
Right. Then, yes, I could see him saying, hey, she's your story.
Right.
Because she's the one that kind of came up with this idea in the first place.
And she never gave up. That's right.
And she never gave up, and that's your story.
Right.
But she wasn't the story at that time. Yeah. She was there reluctantly. She didn't want to be there.
Yeah, she wanted to give up a bunch. And I was just like, okay. So yeah, for the fix, obviously we see the story. We see the story that he writes, and we see this a story of family. It's a story of redemption. It's a story of finished legacy, right?
Yes.
Something like that. And we go, oh, cool. That's really cool, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the basic idea. I think the fixes are pretty much about motivation and character.
Yeah.
It has to be, you got to push that a little bit more. Overall, number one, it should not be a standalone movie. It should have continued the research from the first movie.
Definitely.
Right. The love story between Tyler and Kate should have developed as she comes to understand who Tyler is and why he's doing what he's doing.
Right. And realize that they have common ground.
Right. And then lastly, it has to have this undercurrent of competition to figure out who can prove the research and actually defeat the twisters, right?
Yeah.
Because then it's this cool competition and the audience is like, who's gonna,
yeah, we're pulling for something. We're pulling for somebody to do it first.
Right.
Whereas the way it is now, we're kind of like, who am I? Why am I? What's the story that I'm?
Yeah.
What's the, what am I trying to learn from this?
Right.
So, yeah, we definitely needed somebody that we wanted to pull for and a reason to pull for them.
Right. And I think those fixes would have done it.
Absolutely.
Right. So, so that's Twisters. Visually stunning. Plot needed some work.
Plot needed a little
bit of work. Just a little bit of tweaking. And Twisters could have been...
It could have been a really, really good sequel.
I feel like it could have been a very good sequel had they just thought a little bit more, put some legacy in it, put some more character in the characters, right? And
and change their motivation.
And put a cow in. Let him float around.
Yeah, we missed that.
I feel like the technology's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
You could have several cows and chickens. That would have been wonderful.
A cow-nado.
Yeah, a cow. Oh, that'll be the next one we do. Cownado. Cownado 2. The Reckoning. All right. Well, that's all we've got. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Again, share and have fun and like it and all the things that people tell you to do. Do that. Like and share and comment. And if you like it, then make the comments and we'll kind of listen and respond to you and everything.
Yeah, sounds great.
All right, so that's it, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.